Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RCD ShareNet. I'm Dave Thompson, Community Outreach Coordinator here, and we are continuing with our last segment on what we're going to be doing every last Wednesday of the month, called Active Wednesday, but we're doing Active April. So we have done a highlighted or focused on an activity every Wednesday for the whole week of April, and we have been glad to bring on the Disability Foundation, helping us with all their programs and all their groups that they manage. And our last of this series is VAMS, which is not a shoe, but that's Vans. It's Vancouver Adapted Music Society. And here is my cohort, Eric, to tell us about VAMS. How are you, Eric?
I'm good, Dave. I'm good. Now, do you own a pair of Vans yourself? You look like a Vans.
I think I did. I did at one point, I think.
Yeah.
Black checker, little ska, a little English beat,
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Now, you're a music guy, are you not?
I'm not a musician, but I'm a music aficionado, I would say.
Yeah, yes. That's right. Well, and see, that's the great thing about music is everybody can enjoy it in their own way, right? We often talk about what people have in common. So even if you don't play music, most people like some type of genre of music. Whether they like listening to it on the radio or you have your favorite record, vinyl's back in style. So most people can connect to music in some way. Some of you might use it to help you fall asleep. Some of you might use it to help you relax. And for those who have talent,
I actually use it to swim now. I have waterproof headphones and I've connected swimming. I used to swim, but now I can listen to music while I'm swimming, and that's a whole new concept.
And do you find when you have the music on, you can swim faster?
Oh yeah, but it is really neat. And for some reason, I like dance music when I swim, and I'm not really a rave type of guy, but dance music seems to be the right pace.
Yeah, gets you swimming away and in a rhythm. So we're going to talk about VAMS, which stands for the Vancouver Adapted Music Society. As Dave said, he got that one off his tongue. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have the privilege of letting you know a little bit about our program here. So I'm just going to hit the screen share. And I'm going to go to this screen and the sound is on. So I'm going to hit share. Now we're going to go full screen. So I have to say, of our programs, this is one of my favorite logos. So you got the big strong V there. It's kind of straight. And then you got the line through VAMS, and people say, why is the musical note upside down? Well, that's because we're Vancouver Adapted Music Society. So we change things so that it can be adapted. And also musicians, right, creative people, they see the world in a different light. So that's why we're still making music, but we're making it our own way. And of course, VAMS changes things so you can make music, listen to music in your own environment. That's what the Disability Foundation is really about. Just to reiterate, is we always say, what is your journey? And by journey, we mean, what do you want to do? And we can have different journeys in life. We have journeys within our friendships, who is our friends. We have journeys within our career, skills that we learn, things that we want to do. And then we have recreational journeys. And that can be, before I didn't know how to play a guitar and now I do. So on your music journey, we're further down the road. We've developed a skill. And the Vancouver Adapted Music Society can help you do that. Now, I know you're sick of hearing this, and I wish I didn't have to say it, but I'm going to talk a little bit about how things have changed during COVID, right? So in an ideal world, you'd be having a session, a one-on-one. They call it a session in the music studio with this fellow here, Graham Wyman. So we have a studio down at GF Strong. We used to be on the first floor. Now we're in the basement, and it's much bigger. And we're really proud to say that we think that we are the only adapted music studio in Canada. And the studio itself was designed with people with disabilities. So if you notice, the computer desks are higher, the keyboards are lower down, the microphones are adjustable. This keyboard is wall mounted, so it pulls out towards you. So if you do have a mobility aid or you need to sit down, everything can be done from a sitting position. So, and our studio coordinator, Graham Wyman, he is a graduate of Berkeley, which is an excellent, it's one of the top musical schools. So he's written songs, he's a performer, he's taught music, and what he tries to do is help you figure out what you want to learn. So in VAMS, so that's another thing here. So I'm just going to talk about programs that we had and initiatives that we had, because again, you might be saying, is your programs for kids? Yes. And music's for everyone. Music's definitely for kids. So we're proud to have a studio at GF Strong. We are proud to have a mobile music studio. That what we had this musical equipment on a cart, and then we would Graham would wheel that around Sunny Hill. So this is just to let you know, music's for all ages. There's Graham's email right there. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is, VAMS is adapted, but if you, in any of our programs, if you were to do something and it's like, oh, I need a modification, I'm the coordinator for the Tetra Society, and this is a Tetra device. So what does Tetra do? Well, our Tetra volunteers make customized devices for people when they have a challenge that they couldn't meet through the commercial market. So this fellow here is an excellent guitar player. He actually learned how to play through the game Guitar Hero, and he got a rhythm and he is able to strum, but as you might be able to tell, he can't physically hold a guitar. So Tetra and our engineers made this tray that fits in front of the client here, and then it's removable when not in use, and he can hold his guitar and play away. So at any time, and the musical coordinator knows about Tetra, he and I talk every other day. If you were to meet with Graham online and you said, I want to, or I have a guitar, but I need blank, an easier way to hold it, some type of device, you could send in a Tetra request. It's online. You could send in a request to Tetra, and then you could meet with one of our volunteers. Again, as long as you're comfortable and COVID permitting, and we can make some type of customized device. So
I sent you a client years ago, and you guys made a bracket for her violin.
Yes. So that's how kind of Tetra interweaves into VAMS. And so right now, if we can't meet in person, we have had some very successful virtual concerts. So I'm going to talk about the aspects that VAMS has in the future. So let's just say that you're a patient at GF Strong. Maybe you had to go there for a while. So in an ideal world, you would set up an appointment to meet with Graham, and he would meet with you one-on-one. And he finds out that you are unbelievably talented. You just needed a chance to reconnect with music and tools. So in VAMS, you can learn how to play instruments. You can set it up so that you can get lessons. So let's say you wanted to learn a song. So in non-COVID times, you could book, weekly sessions or twice a week and work on a song or an instrument. Graham has also helped people, work on what's called a press kit. If you're an artist and you want to get out there and perform like you see on the screen here, then you want to promote yourself. If you are a musician, basically you are your own business, right? You want to get hired for gigs, you want to get a chance to play, even if you're busking. So we'll help you work on a press kit so you can promote yourself and your best skills or the songs that you want to play. And we do have groups within VAMS as well that jam together, as they call it, or collaborate. So everybody here, including our Graham, who's in the bluish shirt holding the guitar, has some type of mobility challenge and performs. The lead singer has an incomplete spinal cord injury, which means she can stand, but for only certain periods of time. We don't limit the type of music you want to play. Each artist is their own. I mean, what we would ask, which is what you would want anyway, is we just ask that you treat everybody with respect. So, probably we we don't encourage songs that are filled with profanity or things like that. But if you want to sing a song, if you want something that's a little heavier, the guy in the toque, he gets, he plays more rock and roll, and the lead singer there, she just kind of more lead ballads. Like, we're not going to tell you what type of genre music you want to play, but we will give you an overview of the studio if you were in there. And one of the things that VAMS has done really well is they've done some virtual concerts. And much like I think Dave's talked to me about, the virtual concert attendance was really great. If we have an attendance in person, we might average around 50 to 100 people. It can be hard to get from point A to point B. I know I don't like going out in the rain, but a virtual concert that we have, you can watch from your home. You can go to vams.org for more information. They're working on a second one. And I think we had 300 people attend the virtual concert. So what happens, and you can Google VAMS and see that online. It was just the performers. They were social distanced on stage, and they're playing for the online crowd. They were playing for nobody in the audience because the audience wasn't physically there, but they were there online.
My father-in-law listens to a lot of them. He's blind, and I've connected him to the online concerts, and he loves it. He loves good female voices.
Yeah, well, VAMS definitely has those, and that lead singer there, Christina Sheldon, is definitely one of them. VAMS has been around since the 80s, and you've heard me talk about Sam before, and Sam is the founder of all of our societies, but he is the co-founder of VAMS. He shares the title of the founder of VAMS with Dave Symington, the fellow in the green shirt. Dave and Sam formed VAMS together. The story goes they met on a Greyhound bus, and back in the day, you kind of sat near the back of the bus. The two of them were side by side, and they learned that they love music, and they collaborated. They were in a band called Spinal Cord, and Dave still plays to this day. He is the main drummer on a number of bands. This is him in his own band called Sticks and Tones. He's the drummer, so he's Sticks, and Tones is the lead singer. Dave has a spinal cord injury, so what he does is he puts on these gloves and he slides the sticks into the gloves, and then he keeps the beat as anybody would on the drum kit that he has.
I've seen him perform many times.
Yeah. So, and again, if you have a gig, VAMS will help you set up, the equipment. And that's really what VAMS is all about. Now,
when VAMS started, they used to do like a song, I remember, and it would be like a promotional song. Is that still doing?
Well, what we have done, and I'm sure this is again, we have made CDs where we've done collaborations, and so we'll bring together 15 to 20 artists, and we have done a number of CDs. The last one was called the Strong Sessions, because part of the recording was that you have strong. It takes strength and courage to put yourself out there creatively and get up on stage. So we are hoping to do. And so for a CD, it was some in-person recordings. And so we would love to record some other things. I'm just going to end on this video, and it asks a question that I think a lot of you could already answer. But the question, when I hit play, there's a question that's going to be asked, and then you'll have to decide for yourself what your answer is.
again, thank you to the Disability Foundation and Tetra. And that has been Active April. You will now be seeing us on Active Wednesday coming in May, and that will be every last Wednesday of the month. And we will be highlighting a different activity. The first one in May will actually be adapted cycling, and which I will be handling. And then we haven't decided on the other ones yet. We're going to be doing one on where to work out outside, so you don't have to go to a gym. And if the gym shut down and swimming pools like that, so I'm doing an outside workout one as well. So look for those, and no excuses. Thank you very much. And again, thank you, Eric, and we will see you again.
All right, you're more than welcome, and everybody stay well, stay safe, and do your best to be happy.